Hello everyone, I'm Andy aka Aspire. This is my first ever video on YouTube regarding CS2 skin, so thanks a lot for being here. Today we're building a full red inventory for CS2 for just under 500 euros. I'll show you some clean, budget-friendly skins that look amazing in game, but our loadout will be around 450 euros, so don't worry, we still have some budget that we will go over at the end of the video to see what we can possibly upgrade depending on what we use most. I have also added timestamps and chapters down below, so you can skip to the skins that you're most interested in, or you can just stick around for the whole loadout. Starting with the pistols, we have the check engine in factory new condition at around 75 cents. I don't care what anybody says, this skin is awesome, especially for 75 skins. It is the best red USPS skin for a budget loadout. Next up, we have the Globe 18 Candy Apple in field tested condition at 64 cents. It's a very classic skin, fits perfectly with the red theme that we're going for. And since we have so much leftover budget, we can even upgrade it to minimal wear condition. Next up, for the P250, I went with the Nevermore at field tested condition at 53 cents. Now, this skin is pattern based, so you might have to search around and find a good pattern that has mostly red if that's what you're into. Going back to the CTs, we have the 5.7 Urban Hazard in minimal wear condition for just €1.34. Now this skin is very similar to the Candy Apple. The 5.7 actually has a Candy Apple variation, but it's just way out of budget, so we went with this one instead. Next up, we have the Tech 9 Isaac in field tested condition at just €2.34. This is one of the best skins out there for the Tech 9 for red inventories in my opinion. It looks a lot like the red line and honestly it's just a bargain for what it costs. Now for the Desert Eagle, we went with the Crimson Whale in field tested condition. Now this skin is a little bit beat up, so you have to get a pretty low float, around 1.6 will be good enough at around 7.6 euros. You could also upgrade this skin to minimal wear if you're going to be using it more and if it's your gun of choice. Next up, we have the dual Berettos Panther in field tested condition for 89 cents. Again, a very simplistic skin. It's very close to a Candy Apple, so you can't really go wrong with it. Now for the CZ, we have the Red Astor, again in field tested condition at just 21 cents. Switching over to the SMGs now, we have the MP9 Ruby Poison Dart in minimal wear condition at just €1. I think this is a very nice skin. There are other skins you could go for, but I think this much is best for what we're going for. Now for the terrorists, obviously for the Mark 10 we move with a Candy Apple. Again, a very simple skin, very cheap at just 19 cents in field tested condition. Now for the MP7, we went with the Mischief in field tested condition at 16 cents. The only reason I picked this skin, to be honest, is so we can save some of our budget for better skins down the line. Next up, we have the MP5. Now this, I think no one should actually spend money on it, but we went with the Autumn Twilly in field tested condition for around €4. Again, this skin is pattern based, so you will have to search around for a pattern that has mostly red. And again, I just think it's not worth it for the €4 for this gun. Now for the P90, we went with one of my favorite skins, the Shallow Grave in field tested condition for €1.40. I think this is a skin well worth having, despite if you're going for a red inventory or not, just because it looks so beautiful. Starting with the heavy category, we have the Candy Apple Nova in field tested condition for just 13 cents. Again, this is a very cheap skin line. It looks good and it's red. Next up, we have the dumbest fucking shotgun in the game, the XM. We went with the Red Python in field tested condition for around 19 cents. Fuck you if you use this gun. Next up for the shotguns, we have the Max 7 Insomnia field tested condition for 3 cents. I really like the skin. I like the weird face in the middle of it. I think it fits our theme perfectly. Lastly, we have the most useless shotgun in the game, this sort of. We went with a full stop in field tested condition for 34 cents. Next up, we have the M249 system lock in field tested condition at 14 cents. I really like the red on the mag and I think it's a very beautiful skin. Finishing off our heavy category, lastly we have the Negev. We went with the wall bank in field tested condition. It's actually a very beautiful skin. The only thing I don't really like is the little teal mag, but I guess that's fine. Now getting into one of our main categories, we have the rifles. First up for the CTs, we have the M4A1S Night Terror in field tested condition at just 30 cents. The reason why I went in field tested condition and not in factory new is because I think in the field tested condition it just looks a little bit more reddish. Obviously you can go into battle scarred if you prefer the more pinkish vibe, but or factory new if you just prefer the very minimalistic vibe. I think field tested is right in the middle. Now for the M4A4, we went with the Evil Daimyo in field tested condition at around €1.20. I think it's a nice skin. It matches as well with the 5.7 Urban Hazard that we picked up earlier. Now for the Ts, we went with the AK-47 Orbit MK01 in field tested condition at around €15.10. It's a nice skin. It feels a little bit bulky when you're playing with it, but I think it's a very good for the amount of price you're paying for it. Now for the FAMAS, we went with the Survival Z in field tested condition around 20 cents. Honestly, this is a very nice skin, but it's a very entry point, so we can always upgrade it the further we go. For the Galil, I went with an underrated opinion with the Signal in field tested condition at 38 cents. I really like this skin. It is unfortunately pattern based, so you will struggle a little bit to find something that's a little bit more red, but I think it matches the inventory no matter what pattern you get. Now for the oak, we went with the Seed Mid in field tested condition at around €1.38. I really like this skin. It reminds me a lot of the MK Orbit that we went for the AK-47. I think it's a fantastic skin for a really low price. Next up for the SG553, we went with the Darkwing in field tested condition at around 25 cents. I really like this skin, and honestly I think this is the best skin this gun has to offer. Next up, we have the SCAR 20 Crimson Web in field tested condition once again at around €2. The one you're seeing has a pretty low float, around 0.16, so it looks pretty good. For our other auto sniper, we went with the Executioner in well-worn condition for around €1.20. Overall, it's a very good skin. That's about it, really. Now, for our SSG, I actually went with the Bloodshot in field tested condition at around €9. Now, I know this skin is not exactly red, but it has mostly red, and I think it really fits with the rest of our guns. Now, lastly, for the AWP, we went with the Duality in field tested condition for around $130. Now, this skin doesn't really fit our inventory, but I think it's a good entry level skin, and you can always upgrade it with the rest of our budget. Lastly, for the juicy stuff, we have the Sport Gloves Scarlet Shaman in battle scar condition at around €225. Now I know they are battle scarred, but in my opinion they look really good, and I think they're the best red gloves that you can get for this budget. Pairing it up with the Huntsman knife Autotronic, again in battle scar condition for around €145. I think this finish looks amazing on this knife, and the animations are pretty clean. If you don't fancy it, you can always swap out for another knife, again in Autotronic. First up on our upgrade list, we have the AWP Wildfire in field tested condition at around €38. Now this is a very beautiful skin. It's very bright. The colors are amazing. It matches very well with our loadout. Again, if you use the AWP and you will prefer to upgrade the Duality, this is, I think, a really good contestant. Up next, again, another good AWP skin that you can upgrade to if you don't like the Duality is the AWP Redline in field tested condition around €32. Now again, this is a very nice skin. I think it matches greatly, especially with the Tech 9, and it's going to match perfectly well with our next skin. Up next, we have the AK-47 Redline in field tested condition for around 28 or €30. Again, this is a very clean skin. It matches very well, like we said before, with the AWP Redline if you could decide to go for that, and with the Tech 9 Isaac. Lastly, the last skin we have to upgrade is our knife. We can go from Battlescud in field tested for condition. There's only a €20 difference here, and since we used approximately 60 or 70 euros before to upgrade on skins, depending if you went for the red line up or the wildfire up, a €20 difference, that will bring our total at around €80. That very heavily depends on which skin you choose. And just like that, guys, we have completed our €500 inventory. We have some really good skins. We have some really good upgrades. Obviously, you don't have to buy every single skin in the video, depending if you use that gun or not. For example, I don't use the MP5, so I'm not obviously going to spend €4 for a shitty skin. If you like what you see, guys, please like and subscribe. It will be very much appreciated. I'm going to kill myself.